surface area. So you're going to be finding the area of the outside surface of the 3D shape. So let's just write down the definition here. Definition: the surface area of a 3D figure is the sum of the areas of all the faces. So you have to add up the area of all the faces. So basically it's about being organized, making sure you don't miss one of the sides, and go from there. So let's do the first shape here. Let's do rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. Okay. And we can draw one. Let me move this up. We'll draw a tall rectangular prism. And let's say it's 4 inches here, 3 inches, and 8 inches. Okay. So basically, it's a bunch of rectangles, right? So a rectangle is base times height. Now you can line up matching sides. So the top and bottom are the same exact size, right? The two sides are the same, and the front and back are the same. So here's the general formula that you can use for a rectangular prism. There's two sides that match. So 2 base times heights plus another 2 that match plus another 2 that match. Now, I try to get into the habit of doing the same order all the time. That's up to you guys. Your memory is probably better, but I usually do the top and bottom rectangles first, then the front and back, and then the sides. Again, it does not matter. That's just me trying to make sure I don't miss any. So the top rectangle is 4 by 3, right? So that's 4 by 3 plus the front and back. So sometimes I trace it. Here's the front rectangle. That's 4 by 8. So that's 4 by 8. And the side rectangle here looks like 3 by 8. So plug those in. If you want to type that all in, that's fine. You should get 136 inches. Now, what did we just find? We found the area. So that's going to be square inches. There's 136 square inches all around the outside. All right. So that's surface area of a rectangular prism. Let's try a triangular prism. So number 2, triangular prism. Let me move that up. Okay, let's draw a right triangular prism. Okay, connect the matching sides. There we go. Let's give it some numbers. How about 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, and 8 feet? Okay. So how are we going to do this? Now this shape has 2 triangles and then 1, 2, 3 rectangles. So actually in your mind, you could kind of picture that. It's got 2 triangles plus a rectangle plus another rectangle plus another rectangle. Now sometimes these rectangles might match up. It would depend on the triangle. If you had an equilateral triangle, you'd have 3 of the same rectangles. This triangle has 3 different sides, so they're going to be 3 different rectangles. So kind of the general thing here. So I would say, let's figure this out. 2, what's the area of a triangle? Base times height over 2 plus a rectangle plus a rectangle plus a rectangle. And actually, 2 base times height over 2's, the 2's would just cancel. So really you've got base times height of the triangle plus the 3 different rectangles. So that would be your general formula for a triangular prism. And again, try to stay organized. So I'm going to do the base and height of the triangle first. Find that 90, 3 and 4. So that's the triangle. From here, I don't know. I'll do the bottom, I guess. 3 by 8. 3 by 8. Then we've got this side guy, 8 by 5. And then we've got this back guy, 8 by 4. A little hint, do you notice that the 8 is in every rectangle? That's because this is, remember, the height of the 3D figure? That's going to be in every rectangle. That might help you figure these things out. All right, so you add all those up, and you get 108 square feet. Okay, triangular prism. Okay, what's next? Let's do a cylinder. Oh, this one's fun. All right, cylinder. Okay, so let me draw one. Oh gosh, sorry. Okay, let's say the radius is 3 inches and the height is 7 inches. Now, if you took apart a cylinder, like if we looked at the net of a cylinder, remember what that looked like? It was a circle, a rectangle, and another circle. So if you unfolded a cylinder, that's what you would have. How would you find the surface area? Well, you know there's 2 circles and then a big rectangle. Now, do we know the area formula for circle? Yeah, we do. Pi r squared. So you do 2 pi r squared plus, do we know the base and the height of the cylinder? Well, we know the height. That would be how tall the 3D shape is. What's the base of this rectangle? Let me pause and show you guys something. Okay, so if the base wraps completely around the circle, that's the circumference. That's pi d, or you could write it 2 pi r. So the base is 2 pi r, and the height is h of the 3D figure. So that is your formula for surface area of a cylinder. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. All right, let's leave it in terms of pi. Here we go. So 2 pi, the radius is 3. 2 pi, the radius is 3. The height is 7. So that's 9. That's 18 pi. That's 2, 6, 42 pi. And you can add those together. 18 pi plus 42 pi is 65 pi inches squared. There is your cylinder. All right. And now we're going to do a pyramid. What does a pyramid look like? So it has a rectangle bottom and then a point up top. Okay, let's say this is 4, 5, and they would have to tell you how tall it is. Let's say it's 6. Okay, so how would you find the surface area? Well, you'd have to find the area of the base. I'm going to do capital B for that. Plus, now they kind of, I don't know why we do it this way, but they kind of put all the triangles together. They're trying to make it easy, but it looks harder. Here's what they do. They make it all one big triangle. So they do 1/2 PH, where P is the perimeter of the base. Now, honestly, guys, you could just do each triangle separate. It would be fine. But if we want to try to use the formula, so this would be your formula. So we would do area of the base is 4 times 5, right? That's the bottom guy. The perimeter of the base. So 4, 9, plus another 4, 13, 18. So the perimeter of the base is 18 and the height is 6. Let's see what we get here. 20 plus, that'd be 9 times 6, that'd be 54. Yeah, that'd be 74. I didn't give you any units, so units squared. So that's the fastest way. If that doesn't make sense to you, I would be totally fine if you did area of the bottom, base times height, and then each triangle, base times height divided by 2. Maybe you could match up 2 at a time. That would be totally fine with me. All right. Okay, and the last one we're going to do is a sphere. And let me draw a sphere. And let's say it's 10 inches is the radius. Okay, now what's the formula for sphere? Surface area turns out to be 4 pi r squareds. So that would be 4 pi, the radius is 10. That's 100 times 4, that's 400 pi inches squared. So there's the formula for sphere. All right, good job, guys.